Hey, good morning, everybody. I had to make my coffee. Let me get my camera on here. There's our buddy Andy. Andy Simmons wrote that last year. Andy, if you're watching, thank you very much. Let me get my comments. Make sure we're even streaming here. So he has 4 songs. You can Google them on YouTube. Kind of our little theme song there. Kind of funny. All right, yep, we're live. Cool. All right, awesome. I got my comments up. See my phone, so I can read comments. I can't buy one of those fancy monitors that like circle me because I have a little window in between my 2 monitors, or a little spot, and I can read my phone, which I love. So I keep it old school. I still hear music. What's going on here? Oh, I still got YouTube up. All right, cool. What's cooking, everybody? Hey, it is raining down in Florida finally, right? Remember last week's busted forecast? Well, at least some spots are getting rain. We're looking at weathernerds.org right now. Great site. Looking at current satellite. It's a big old blobby mess right now. Nothing too impressive. It's still 80% chance expected to become Arthur as it pulls upwards. Steering currents are generally to the northeast. And actually you're getting more, it's very elongated right now, and we're getting a lot of activity down here south of Bahamas. So it'll take a while before a true center of circulation gets formed. Very, very, very little chance this will form any more to the west. If anything, it could pop up a new center even more to the east. But the general thinking is it's going to form. Here's the official 8 o'clock advisory just came out. So this is from the National Hurricane Center, and they're expecting it to form somewhere on the east coast of Florida. So there you go. We'll take a look at a bunch of models. And good morning, Michelle, Nancy, Rose. I can't believe we're looking at blobs. Yeah, I can't wait till we see Dolly. Dolly is the named storm this year, and we're going to have fun with her blobs. So, hey, if you're new to the site, thanks. This is Mike. I'm just an amateur dude. We have a lot of fun talking weather, and I share a lot of models and do a lot of talking, and we talk a lot about storms. We have friends all around the world now, all across the country. We have friends at Bermuda, the Azores. We have friends at Cape Verde, the Lesser Antilles, Yucatan. So we're kind of one big happy weather family. So Sherry, yeah, I'm going to talk about the Carolinas. What's up, dude? Whitney, what's cooking, man? No evacuations yet, Matthew. Not on this one. Hey, cool, Lenny. Hey, what's up, Virginia? Wesley Chapel supporter. Appreciate that. A lot of supporters chiming in. Remember, the best way to support the page, if you want, is become a Facebook supporter. Right here, everybody asks me the best way to support. So there you go. I get emails a lot, and that's the coolest way. And I try to post some stuff just to supporters now and then, and they have their own little private chat room, and they get naked in there, and I don't know, I don't go in there. That's their room. But it's the best way to tip your server right there. So all right, so let's take a look. All right, also, if you guys are big fans of Levi, we've been friends with Tropical Tidbits for many years. He did a video yesterday. His are definitely 100% more scientific than mine. Mine's the average Joe weatherman. And he goes really into it. So he just posted a video. You can click on Tropical Tidbits and check it out. It's 11 minutes long. And he talks about it last night. So that was posted. Give you something else to watch if you want. So here's the latest spaghetti models real quick. We just had a new batch of them run. General thinking northeast. So, I don't want to harp too much on this because it is what it is. Hey Heather, yeah, I got one new shirt. Actually, I just got it. It came in the mail yesterday. I was so excited. I ordered one, a blue one. Let me go get it. Let me show you real quick. Because I forgot that I ordered it. I forgot. It takes a week or two to sometimes get these. So here's the new one I just got. Check it out. See that? Oh, you can't really see it. It's dark blue. 2020 hurricane season. There we go. And I'm an official Mike's Weather Page fan. Look at that. Bring it on. So I'll be sporting that one wearing around town. So there you go. All right. So the models are pretty much northeast. So, here's the rain. This is what's cooking. Good rains down south. A lot of people are excited about welcoming rains in the South Florida. Hopefully putting out some of those fires down in Collier County, down in Naples. One of my kids just woke up. You can kind of see the spinach down here. It's trying hard. So we definitely have some, broad rotation on the radars. I got another radar link on the site from National Weather Service here. You can kind of see it. So there's a general motion, and of course, Lauderdale, Miami getting hit pretty hard this morning. The Keys got a lot of rain. I'll tell you who else got a lot of rain yesterday was Louisiana. And they had this blob. In fact, let's show you this real quick, because the overall map we're watching here, this is Weather Nerds again. You can be your own little weather person. But look at this big blob that came off of Louisiana. We had some serious flooding in New Orleans yesterday, and I did luckily post something earlier in the day that there was a discussion from the NOAA about potential flooding, and it did indeed flood. So if you got hit by that, hate to hear it, and that blob's moving on out onto the Gulf. So nothing's expected out of this little guy, but that was a big story maker yesterday. But back to Florida. So here we go. The hurricane hunters have been canceled today because they're not showing much signs of any organization. So a couple things I was going to show you. Here's a shear map. Shear map's still got a lot of red, a lot of upper level winds. A lot of this is getting blown off to the east. So there's a little pocket of shear, lowering shear values here. This is what was expected. It's going to have a little window to start developing maybe later today into tomorrow. Let me close that one. Here's another one, shear tendency. This is off the Tropic SSEC. Well, I have a link. I got a great link right here. It says UW-Madison right here. They have a great tropics page, and you can see all kinds of stuff. So. But the shear tendency is decreasing in the area, so there is a window of opportunity. And let me show you all the models. Let's take a look. Let's look at Levi's site. He's got a free website that you can take a look. But all the models are showing this strengthening and possibly even being a pretty strong little system here. So let's take a look. This is the GFS, and this is tomorrow morning. You can start to see it develop here off the east coast of Florida. We'll show you the east coast effects of Florida. All the models keeping it right off the tip of North Carolina. So here's what's cooking. We got a crazy weather pattern I posted earlier. We got this big low pressure area coming across the upper Great Lakes, and it's going to merge and leave behind some energy along the east coast. And this has been shown up. And we also have a little bit of lower level spin that the CMC was showing a week ago. Now the Euro is showing, and some of the Euro ensembles are showing. And we could have a little bit of midweek energy we talked about now a couple times popping off into the Gulf. So 3 different things are happening. But here's the GFS. It pulls off, and then we get this left behind low area that's going to bring some winds and rainy weather to North Carolina, South Carolina northwards. This is midweek. This is Wednesday. Left behind low, and it's just going to kind of linger around. So that's the GFS. Boom, 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 out to sea, north of Bermuda. Here's the Euro. Hey, look at that. Port Miami webcam. I think I have a link to that. I think I have the webcams. Florida webcams. I don't have the ports anymore. All right, let's take a look. Port Miami webcam. What do you want, Sarah? You want muffins? Come here, I'll open them for you. All right, so let's see. Here's Port Miami webcam while we open up muffins. Holy crap, you ain't kidding. We'll take a look at Miami real quick. Here's Sarah. Come here, Sarah. Say hi. Come here. There's Sarah. This is her breakfast. Any dads out there? Come here. There she is. Any dads out there? This is homeschooling 101 when you're a dad at home. You have yesterday's shirt on, right? You have no combed hair, and you're giving them muffins for breakfast. So we gotta open. I don't know how they expect kids to open these things. Oh, and look who just popped up. All right, let's say Louie now. Louie heard the muffins. So let's take a look at Louie. Oh, now she's showing you her snake. Here you go. We have a pet snake. It's fake. She wanted to show that. All right, so take a look at Louie. Then we'll watch Miami. This is Port Miami webcam. Here's Louie. He's gonna be all excited because he knows Sarah's got food. Hey, Yolanda, we'll talk about North Carolina. Yes, so Carolinas don't leave yet. We got a couple things coming. We got to not worry about, but watch. So there's our morning Louie session. What's up, Louie? Louie is got his ears back, so he's being a good boy right now, right, buddy? We're watching weather. There's Miami. It's raining in Miami. So there you go. There's little Louie, the official dog of hurricane season. We're trying to get him pimped out. So, all right, let's go back to some models real quick. Here's the Euro. Forming, lowering pressures, staying off the coast. Here's that little bit of vorticity we were showing middle of the week here. This is Tuesday, and coming down into the Gulf. We're going to look at some stuff. Here's that left behind low. And this, this thing, yeah. I saw a little chitter chatter. There's been a few ensembles saying maybe development. It wouldn't have any time likely unless it parked itself out here in the Gulf. But that's not really showing up to worry about yet. So we could have more midweek weather coming into Florida. Here's that left behind low that kind of lingers for a couple days, Thursday, Friday. So we're going to talk a lot about that. There's that one. CMC showing the same thing. Here's that low pressure area that's coming. Now we talked about this rain in Texas. You guys got big rain Saturday, Sunday coming to East Texas area. And it's all part of this little low that we've been watching. Here it is right here on the CMC. Some have it going in the Gulf, some just have it coming across. But last year we did have a system. If you remember, Kristen, you just gave your kids muffins. Good. Yesterday she came out of the closet with a Twinkie. I'm like, oh my God. I'm trying to cut carbs. They're eating Twinkies. And there's CMC. So CMC gets it kind of close to Carolina. All right, so let's look at impacts. That was Tropical Tidbits. All right, so everybody's asking what's cooking. Let's look at some closer rain ones. I wish I could zoom in on this one, but I really can't. All right, so here's the only thing we got possibly for the Carolinas. So here's all right. Florida. Everybody wants to know. Let's talk about Florida real quick. This thing's going to. Let's get zoomed in on Florida a little bit more. This is the general thinking. So we got rain for Florida coming through tomorrow. This thing's going to be blobby mess here on the eastern side of Florida. So we're going to show that. We'll show what the chances are. Here it is. This is through today. So heavy rain still through South Florida. Now, I'm not just picking one. All the models are pretty consistent. Jesse, you haven't even fed yours yet. I'm not sure about that sun lockdown. That's interesting. Southwest Florida, please. Yeah, Alex. All right. So Southwest, as we're seeing here on the radar loops, they're getting a little leftovers. Hopefully, there's everything, it's coming. So be patient. It's going to keep pumping in throughout the day. So wind speed, Anthony, I'll show you that. Not a lot. I think you're going to see more wind yesterday and today with the East Coast winds, because once this thing starts to tighten up, the winds are going to become more centered around like you normally would see with a tropical system. And we might, as we see with sheared systems, most of the heavy stuff's going to be off to the north side and the east side. Yeah, Alex, I know, man. You got a lot of inward. Hey, Donna, don't leave yet. We'll talk about North Carolina. So we're just showing you what's cooking here. So this is through to tonight. There's our low starting to take shape overnight, right here over the Bahamas. This is pretty much everybody's thinking. And so through tomorrow, this is through tomorrow, Sunday afternoon, we could still get some rains here. East Coast for sure. Let's go ahead and show winds. A couple people asking about winds, wind gusts. So here, it's pretty windy today. Obviously, this is Friday. We're gonna have winds pretty much all across the whole state. And, there's our low tightening up. So the winds tomorrow won't be as bad, only coastal. That makes sense, right? I mean, today we're dealing with just blobby winds. In fact, let's take a look at that. We still have strong easterly winds today in Florida. Here's where the low is trying to shape up. This is your low level circulation showing up now. Interesting, but so the winds today might be stronger than tomorrow for most people. So yeah, I'm going to read about the sun. But there you go. So it's heavy winds today. Definitely going to get winds tomorrow as this thing starts to circular. But these are low level winds. These are pretty strong. So you guys are getting hit pretty hard on the East Coast right now. In fact, we can look at wind alert. Great sight. Our buddy Shay. There you go. There's our winds. We showed it yesterday too. So it's Bahamas 28 gusts to 33. So you're already getting tropical storm force winds, kinda on the maps. All right. Looks like it's been moving more west. Ben, yeah, well, man, it's just tough to tell. Let's go back to this now. So there's your lower level winds. We can look here. This is an estimate. I mean, we can look at 700 millibar. So, it's as a sloppy system is, your mid levels don't usually align with the lower levels, and until they do, you really don't have a really organized system. Your 700 millibar winds estimated right here, right around Key West. You look at the lower level and your lower levels to the south. So they're not stacked, indicating upper level shear, which we do have shear right now. In fact, if you look at the, let's look at current wind shear. See this little pocket right here. Now we just got updated at 8 a.m. So as we saw earlier, the wind shear is decreasing. That's the window of opportunity. Let me look at 500 millibar. Let's see what we got there. So it's it's more mid level right now. Even though all that crazy juiciness is being blown up here on the eastern side, the actual spinach is there's the upper level. This is upper level winds. Looks like a Jimi Hendrix song, right? Yeah. All right. Let's talk about. All right. So there's that. All right. So. Again, and if you look at spaghetti models, all of them, here's a great one on Tropical Tidbits again. We show his a lot. All of them are pretty much picking that same exact spot, kind of right between the mid-level and the lower level. And that's the center, best guess estimate right now. So based on that, I don't see how it's going to, even though we see all this convection. Actually, Weather Nerds has got some great... linked, here's the ensemble. See, all right, back to Carolinas. Look, here's your European ensembles. None of them have been going to Carolina. So the only thing we're going to show, I need to show some Carolina stuff before I lose all the Carolina folks. And here's GFS. So we got a front coming, and fronts pull and push these things away. So the biggest impacts short term, obviously, are South Florida. And then we'll show a few of the models that take it close to the Outer Banks and could get some winds Sunday, Monday up there. So there's that. All right. So let's go back to, I was going to go back to overall look here at satellite floaters. Here we go. That's actually too zoomed in. So we'll zoom back out. So there you go. So even though we have this big convection to the east here, believe it or not, the actual core of the system is still below the Keys right here. So once we see reduced shear, we're going to start seeing the storms start circling around, possibly. So even though it all looks bad over here, that's because of the upper level winds are pulling that, making that happen. The center's right here. So, all right. Cool. All right, so let's take a look at Carolinas. A couple models. Let's zoom in on... this was the 06Z Euro just came out. So this one I was looking at before we went live. You can kind of see the progression here. And then let's go ahead and look at rains. So the latest Euro just came out, 06Z. And as our system, gets close to the Carolinas, there's that chance. This is Monday morning. We could see some, and if it does deepen a little stronger, the GFS is even showing, sub 1,000. So we could, decent little tropical storm, and definitely get some weather Sunday night and Monday morning for the Carolina. Now here's that front coming down we've been talking about. And then the midweek. Let's talk about the midweek real quick. Midweek weather. What the heck is this blob here doing? This blob here, it's been all over the place. One day the CMC had it popping down here. This little model kind of keeps it going across Louisiana. But this is Sunday. So the big rains for Texas. If you're watching in Texas, we still have a big rain threat for you. Let's go to the Florida. Trying to cover everybody here. But Texas has got a pretty big 24-hour rain chance tomorrow. This is 24-hour rain totals, and actually extends north into Oklahoma and Arkansas and some in Louisiana. But this is Saturday into Sunday. This is that little low we've been watching that comes across, and there you go. So big rains for Texas tomorrow. Flooding we got to worry about, okay? For sure. Day 3, guess where it goes. Day 3, that same little spinach is making its way Sunday, Monday over Louisiana. So anyway, yeah, Florida Panhandle's nothing. I don't know. I don't think so. Next week's front, possibly. Let's rewind it. Let's look at the main weather maker here. All right, so in a nutshell, real quick, then I'll start reading some comments. So a lot of the Naples folks, yeah, listen. Well, I'll look at some short range rain. Well, that's a tongue twister. Hey Nick, no, Sunday's great, man. Anybody in Florida, Sunday's great. Whitney, yeah, you're Louisiana. You got big rains coming today, obviously, and then you got big rains coming over the weekend. David, you're going to be locked into Miami now, at least through pretty much all day today into tomorrow morning. This is a slow mover, so you're still going to get rains in the morning, but not as bad as what we've seen. So all right, so this is an interesting thing. I want to show you some ensembles. All right, let me just show you the ensembles real quick because it's kind of fascinating. Remember a few days ago, the CMC is a Canadian model, and they've been pretty impressive the last couple of years. Never thought I'd see that, but anyway. So here is your overall ensemble map that the Euro puts out, and it's cool because it kind of gives you a colored look at possibilities. But it's showing that Land King we've been showing, and pretty interesting. I mean, nothing to worry about. But if it plops out down to the Gulf, there's an outside chance it could be something. So I just like to point out things, but that's that. And then if another interesting one is showing you the lines of it, and we can see it right here, coming down through Texas and going into the Gulf here, and not really being much. A couple of them have it stopping and going back north. So you long range spaghetti model lovers, there's a 1 in a bazillion chance. But hey, it's something we talk about. Never say never. All right, so let's go back to radar. Time flies when you're having fun, right? All right, so this is the week, this is the whole nutshell. All right, so tomorrow morning, we'll just stop tomorrow morning. So tomorrow morning, tomorrow morning, our low pressure should be taking shape just off the coast of Florida. We're going to have, obviously, Bahamas. We're going to have this front coming down. The tail end of the front is this little spinner we've been watching through Texas. This is that big rain coming tomorrow for Texas. Actually, if you look at like Levi's site, it has vorticity on it, which is very interesting. So it has spinach. um, right here. This is your low level, atmosphere spinach. And you can see it right here a little bit. This is Arthur. So yeah, nothing to stress about, but just interesting. So let's go back to that where we were at. Click, 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 click. All right. So this is tomorrow morning. All right. So let's go tomorrow night. Tomorrow night, there's that big blob making its way to Louisiana. Here's Arthur. Lingering rain still exists here, but most of the action is going to get sucked and pulled to the north and the east. So tropical systems sometimes make the western side drier, and that's why Sunday is definitely the best day for Florida. All right, so here's Sunday morning, Sunday midday, right here, Sunday midday. And there's that big blob of rain somewhere around Louisiana, northward even, Arkansas. And then as we go in time, here's what happens. Monday, there's our front. Front's going to kick our Arthur out to sea. Monday morning, we could have some bands making their way ashore, possibly to Carolinas. It's not really in the official forecast yet, but a couple of models take it a little closer to the. It's a race, you know. Hey, Taylor Lee, yes. Whitney, you're the heart of Louisiana. You get all the, you got green spinach. Oh man, there's a cat eating spaghetti, Katie. What the heck's that? All right, so let's just go down real quick down the road, and we'll see what you guys are saying. So this midweek front, this is Monday. This is interesting. So it's going to make its way back down Tuesday, Wednesday. So Florida could be, this whole southeast could be wet Tuesday, Wednesday, as whatever that thing is that we've been watching comes down. And then we have this little leftover low coming across that it's going to make the weather, there it is right here, spinning. So Carolina northward, been, mentioned this a lot. This is Thursday. Carolina northward, we're going to have a general low pressure area just kind of hanging around spinning right here Thursday, Friday, Saturday of next week. And then it's going to finally move on out by maybe Sunday. So interesting weather coming up. This is a big broad low pressure area, kind of like a nor'easter. So there you go. Hey Amanda, yeah, hurricane season is going to be active. I have a feeling just based on all the early season indicators that all these great scientists put out. Thank you, Suzanne. Whizzle, spinach, rainage, Brucey. We didn't say moist. All right, so here you go. There's the latest spaghetti models. Again, it's taking us time to organize. No big stress right now. We're watching the Florida rains. Also gonna look at some short range. Let's look at some high resolution rain models. And wouldn't it be cool if you named your kid Rain and she could be a model? It'd be a rain model. Hey Taylor, what's cooking? The blob in Louisiana. It's interesting looking at that blob in Louisiana. But I think there's just too much shear tied in. But it's pretty impressive looking. I don't know if there's any spinach with it yet. It's going to get pushed on out of here pretty quick because of that front coming down. So it doesn't really have the time to develop. So as our thing circles, there we go. So it's got a lot of lightning in it. Look at that. So just a blob. Blob. I'm going to close my daily window max is maxed out here. All right, so there's that. And, let's see what else I want to talk about before I lose focus. Levi put out a video again last night for you Levi fans. Tell him thanks. Of course, here's some lightning map. Always cool to look at. This is, you can turn your volume up and kind of get. So if you turn this on, and then you turn on your Knowles School wind map here, and I'd put it on a 250 millibar, so you have pretty colors. So you could do that, and then turn up your volume and listen to the lightning, and kind of like space out. There you go. There's one. There's one tick. There's 2 ticks, 3 ticks, 4 ticks, 5. Let's count them. All right. So anyway, hey, what's up, Chuck? Yeah. So bottom line, neighbor. What's up, neighbor? Rooney. Oh yeah, we talked about Rooney yesterday. What's up, Robert? Drunk Donkey Nation. Yep. Yeah. So there's a little window. Here's that window of shear. The shear is lowering. So we're gonna watch. We'll watch Arthur form, and here's the storm threat today. By the way, I need to point this out. They enhance the region here, and also it's moving way to the north. That's the jet stream way north, creating some unsettled weather up north. Tornado chances are there up north. New York, kind of odd to see that. Hey BJ, what's up, brother? Say hi to Mike. So you got big winds, Texas. So there's a lot of and obviously hail. So that's today. Lots of weather to talk about. Lots of weather. All right, Dana, I think you'll get some rain. Oh yeah, we're gonna look at high resolution. Man, I got sidetracked quick. All right, I want to look at our latest HRRRR Hunter. Yeah, I know, man. That rain is so close to you guys down there. Seen a bunch of fire pictures coming out of Naples. It's bad news, man. Dry. It's hard to believe this rain is so close. Here's the next day or so. Here we can look at. So noontime, it could trickle its way over by tonight, 5 o'clock. So there is hope. This is your rain through tonight, and then as we get into tomorrow, things definitely start to decrease as this thing starts to ramp up and get tight. It's just gonna remain an east coast rain threat. It does not look like Florida's west coast is gonna get much. So today into early tomorrow is your best chance, and then we got a pretty nice weekend ahead for most of Florida. Sunday for sure. This is through tomorrow noontime. So lingering rains, but look at that. So your best bet for rain in South Florida is today. So. And that makes sense, because as our system develops, it's going to tighten up, and the wind shear is going to push all the juice. And we also have some dry air coming. Let me show you this. So this is the NAM. This is through tomorrow. So, as I've been mentioning all along. Oh, my neighbor's calling me. Hope everything's all right. Last time he called me, we had a coyote in the backyard. But here's our tightening up, and this is the NAM. So it could stay right along the east coast here. Look at that. So fun times. Look at that. So the NAM's a little closer. NAM's not really a good hurricane predictor. So best bet is pouring. Yeah, hey, what's up, Casper? Yep, we got the next front coming down, and bring up the rain chances. So, yeah, Whitney, we don't let Louie out. Yeah, we do have coyotes here in Oldsmar. I saw a couple otters one time. It was the weirdest thing ever. Hey, Jan, there's an outside chance you could get a band of showers or two rolling in off the Atlantic, maybe Sunday night into Monday for Carolinas. The winds, again, believe it or not, your winds along middle Florida westward today are going to be the worst for winds as this system starts tightening up tomorrow. So I don't expect the winds to be a big deal for most Florida except for the East Coast. Here's our spinach spinning up here. This is tomorrow afternoon. So the big winds right now coming in east to west, and then the winds are going to relax a little bit for most as this system starts tightening up and west coast of Florida won't feel too much, but the east coast definitely can. And again, if you go to the NAM's a little closer to the coast here, so you know, it all depends on where that low pressure sets up. So this is tomorrow, early AM. So definitely look at the winds tomorrow. Obviously 29. You know, this is overnight, so it's gonna be rocking tonight. Look at that. This is the NAM. I mean, yeah, just 1 mile a mini, but if it does develop a little bit closer to the coast, then obviously you're gonna have a lot more winds. This is early morning. This is 9 a.m. tomorrow. So you know, again, let's see how the wind flow here. This is on windy.com, by the way. Great site. Heather, yeah. Well, you're tomorrow. Yeah, we have that. Basically, we got a line rolling through Texas today, and then the big rains are tomorrow into Sunday. And then there's your GFS. So for sure, I mean, this is tomorrow morning. Look at that. I mean, east coast of Florida definitely going to get the big winds tomorrow. There's no doubt. I mean, you're going to get the spiraling winds off the Atlantic, and then it's going to race on out here. Here's, you know, look at overnight. You know, Sunday's a better day. Sunday's very little winds. Sunday is your boating day, Florida. And then let's take a look. Let's look at the Carolinas. So we'll zoom out a little bit. This is, you know, again, windy.com, great site. I got a link right here on the top of the page here, windy.com. And that's a big windy.com. All right, so let's take a look. All right, so back to the Euro. Euro is right here. So, you know, there you go. Look at that. I mean, you know, nothing to be worried about. But Sunday afternoon, as our system pulls northward, it's going to get close. Myrtle Beach. You know, we're going to start getting gusts here coming in. This is Sunday afternoon. And then Monday morning. So just off the coast, but you're going to feel it. You know, again, the NAM's really went bonkers. They say the NAM is not a great hurricane predictor, but look at that, 976. I don't know. That would be almost hurricane. But again, the NAM's closer to the coast, so this is what makes the tropics fun, right? Is all the chances. But GFS and Euro are a little more realistic and staying off the coast. So, you know, just outside, keep that in the back of your mind. If, you know, we're looking earlier at where the center is. I mean, if the center does decide to develop a little farther to the west for whatever reason, then obviously it's going to cut through more of Florida and maybe a little closer to the coast. So there you go. I don't know. I hope I covered it all. NAM is a drunk donkey, Sheila. Yes. Hey, April. Yeah, Vero Beach. Listen, this thing's going to ride along the coast tomorrow, and we'll have tropical bands. There's no doubt. I mean, the only thing is we do have dry air. Let me zoom in on that a little better. There is some dry air here on the backside, and that is going to choke a little moisture actually. So this is a image that needs to be showed here. So this is your water vapor imagery, and we do have a lot of dry air in the Gulf, and that will reduce intensification, keep it a little slower, and then also will limit the amount of moisture that can push its way westward. So this dry air pocket, like I said, might protect the rains from reaching Central Florida westward. So just something to watch. But as far as the East Coast goes, overnight tonight, lots of wind. These rains are going to be persistent coming in. And pretty much through tomorrow, they're going to start trickling off as our system moves away. So anyway, what's up, Mookie? It's cooking, man. All right, what else is going on? Anything good? So the Hurricane Hunters were canceled today. So they'll fly in tomorrow. Hey, Agua, it should be a depression. Well, you know, when they They usually like to give the hurricane hunters final, say so, because they're giving you real data. So the fact that they delayed the hurricane hunters makes me believe that they probably won't be designated today until the hurricane hunters fly out. So 5 p.m. tomorrow in Melbourne. I don't know, Sandy. Oh, he wants to know if I'm tracking the flyover. Yeah, we have a flyover coming. That's what he just texted me. Yeah, we do have a flyover. Matter of fact, I think I saw like 10:30 here. So let me text him real quick, then I'll just keep talking. Now I don't have to worry about any coyotes. Hey, yeah, what time? I love when guys text. It's like, hey, yo, eat? Sure. Okay. Julie texts me, hi, I'm having a good day at work, and blah, 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 go eat, blah, 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 blah. Want to go eat? Hey, Casper, yeah, I know the Indian Ocean is blowing up. And a lot of people think the Indian Ocean influence, you could predict a lot from what's going on over there for here. Leave that to the experts. Whitney, who's flying over? No, we got a McDill's doing a flyover today. And I'm gonna make sure I get what time it is, and I'll just keep rambling on. No, hey Whitney, no, we have they're like they look like 747s. Let me see. We're doing here. Let me see. We got Tampa flyover pattern. Let's see. Well, they're flying. Oh, they're not. They haven't took off yet. They are. I don't know. FedEx plane flew over. Oh, I missed it, Jim. Darn it. Anyway, so hey, Betty, no school today. What's cooking? Yeah, I don't know. I had to let's see. Tampa flyover. I thought it was later today. I know they took off earlier today. Tampa flyer. Tampa flyover. There was an image. Oh, there it is. There's a flight pattern. Yeah. See, look at that. So they updated it. Instead of launch. Oh, so it's an hour. I was looking at. Oh crap. So 10 o'clock. It's going to be. Oh, it just went over us right now. Oh, it might be over us right now. 11:03. Literally. I just missed it. So it would have been 10:03. Bummer. They sped it up. They didn't know I'm live, you guys. Thanks, Kat. Anyway, all right. I missed it. Oh well. All right. Hey, what's up, Ken? Clearwater area. There's an outside chance we might get a trickle shower today. Roll off from the East Coast. Maybe tomorrow morning. I don't think the rain chances are that high for west part of Florida. So yeah, hey Kim, yeah, I did read that. But see the graphic. I thought the graphic was the new time. It was the old time. So anyway, oh well. Let's see. Yeah, we did not get any of the Blue Angels or anything. So let's take a look at the old song. And listen, I got a cool little link here. Look at this. So on top of my page, look at this. This is you can get your local National Weather Service forecast. Just type in your location. I do it all the time. And boom, there we are. And today, 30%. So, we got that dryer locked in here over us. So, doesn't look like we'll get any. Well, like I said, we'll probably get one or two little bands make their way across. But we're gonna watch where the center actually sets up on this thing. So, what's fascinating looking at all these wind charts. There's a vorticity map here. We can look at 850. So that was just updated. That's pretty hefty duty. There's your lower level vorticity in the atmosphere, and then we can look at 500 millibar. And there's a little lower. There's two blobs, though. So Levi did talk about that there's a chance that this thing could decide to center itself a little farther to the east, which sometimes the middle level is more dominant than the lower level. So there is a chance. If the center does develop to the east, then Florida is going to get very little, and the Carolinas very little. So that's about it. All right, we talked a lot. Lori. Hey Jim, you watch my weather station? Is it live right now? Yeah, well, I don't even know if it's live. I know Weather Underground. Yeah, it says I'm live. Look at that. Oh, I have a weather station. Look at it. So on the very bottom of the page here, Weather at Mike's. Let's see if it pops up here. It says I'm offline. What the heck? Oh, now I'm online. There we go. So it's 80 degrees at Mike's house. Look at that. So you can see how hot I am. All right. Hey, Donna, cool. Spread the love. There you go. All right. Well, recap. Holy cow. Be tough. I could do it in 30 seconds. How would I do that? All right. Let's pop this up here. It's a lot to keep up with weather. I'm telling you, man. It's like a full-time gig. Hey, Whitney. Yeah, I'm trying to do the... Hey, Whitney, the app's a work in progress. Sheila, I have a ambient weather, it's called, but it links to Weather Underground. And I think if you look at the my page here, it actually tells you somewhere what kind of weather station I have. Maybe info. There it is. Yeah. So it's a ambient weather WS 1001 Wi-Fi. Whatever that means. All right, so here's the weather. Tropical Arthur trying to get developed will bring rains to South Florida and winds along the East Coast tomorrow morning. Obviously, the Bahamas. This is going to pull itself away from Florida, leaving, tomorrow night things will start drying up, and Sunday's going to be nice. We have a blob of rain that's coming off Louisiana that left a lot of flooding. The big system's coming tonight and tomorrow. It's going to leave a lot of rain in Texas. It's going to work its way through Louisiana tomorrow and to Sunday. This is going to be the system that kicks Arthur out to sea. So Carolina impacts are going to be minimal. It depends on where Arthur sets up down here. So there is an outside chance that we could see stronger winds and rains than maybe being forecast right now for South Carolina, North Carolina. As this eventually turns, it's going to turn because we have a front coming. But this front's going to leave behind another low pressure system that's going to be hanging around for a couple days into next weekend almost, and it's going to bring rains and winds northward, North Carolina northward. So that's an interesting setup here. We have a low pressure, and we also have a secondary low pressure that's going to break off midweek here and possibly make its way into Florida Tuesday-ish. Maybe an outside chance of some development. So very small chance of not this blob. It'll be the next blob. Midweek coming down here and maybe trying to get something going. In fact, we can look at we can look here at the GFS ensembles, and we'll see if it shows any. A couple. This is the ensemble center, and the models are bouncing back and forth. Either this low sticks over land and ends up merging with that other system we're talking about, or a piece of it breaks off into the Gulf and possibly tries to get going. So that's an outside chance, but we'll watch it, right? Cool. What else is cooking? Blob mania begins, Robert. Yeah, we're just tracking blobs, man. We're just a bunch of blobbers. Not bloggers, we're blobbers. And craziness. All right. Cool beans. Hey, thanks, Kelly. Them stars are new. That's a current look on Weather Nerds. All right, so here's the scoop. I'll upload this sucker to Facebook. We'll do a replay at noon. That way you can fast forward it. People like it. I think I did a little higher resolution. Who asked me yesterday? Hey, Jonathan English. With a name like Jonathan English, you must appreciate words like spinach. I don't even know if it's a real word. Blobbage and spinach, and actually Jim Cantore yesterday used the word tropical thingy. Sheila Ross, yeah, break me off a piece of that Kit Kat blob. Yeah, so Jim Cantore used the word. Yeah, hey Casper. So how do you explain what's going on with all these weird scenarios we got? Here's the storms today. I need to share that one because that's tornadoes for the Northeast. Look at that. That's crazy. Boston, Albany. That's today. Need to share that one. Here's Levi just posted 40 minutes ago. Old rotation south of Key West is getting sheared away. A reform center is likely to develop between the Florida Straits and Grand Bahama. So, somewhere right here. Once the shear relaxes. Brandon, did I? I don't know. You let me know. I found a different way to download it. Dad, yeah, I got dad jokes. So yeah, I got a 14-year-old and a 10-year-old. So I have all the fun stuff. So this one was just posted an hour ago. Key messages. Continued heavy rains for Florida Keys, Southwest Florida, and Bahamas through Saturday. It'll trickle away Saturday though. So Saturday morning rains, yes. Afternoon it might start teetering off. So Saturday night isn't a washout for everybody. Tropical storm force winds, Florida Keys, Southeast Florida. Hazardous marine conditions, obviously. For you boaters out there, I do have on the bottom here, very bottom of the page, right here, marine discussions and Southwest Atlantic. You can track seas, image heights, and all that good stuff. So I actually have a lot of sailors that email me that make the trek from Florida to the Bahamas, and I try to find all these cool graphics for them. So I need to make more of a marine section for that. All right, cool. Tornadoes. Tornadoes? I don't know. Did I say tornadoes? I was born in Florida. Hope it's not showing. All right, cool. There you go. Yeah, precipitation map shows the. So this is everything in a nutshell right here. 5-day rains. So we have spinner guy number 1 coming across now and tomorrow, and then Monday, Tuesday is going to break off somewhere down here. And then we have a cutoff low here that's going to bring end of the week rains North Carolina northward. And then, of course, this is all the rains tied up with potential Arthur. So there you go. Cool beans. All right, well, I got a lot of uploading to do and catching up, so I can ramble on all day. But we'll do it again tomorrow, likely. And we'll leave Sunday to no weather talk. Hey, Kat. Yeah, the family's good. Got a good family. We went to Chili's last night. A little normalcy. But I'll tell you what, there's a lot more money going out to eat. I forgot. You start adding up a few drinks. And, but hey, family time, right? What else is cooking? Peace out. See you, Whitney. See you, Casper. Who else? Caners. What's up, Jonathan? Yeah, there you go. Jonathan English can be our official English translator. Thank you, Don. Weather's heading up your way. You got a couple things coming to Carolinas. You got the potential Arthur, and then we have midweek craziness. Let's take a look at that on windy.com because it's a big broad low system, but it's going to be interesting Friday-ish. There it is right here. This is a secondary system. So this isn't, let's see how, look at that. So, all right. So this is interesting. I need to post this too. I got a lot of things I got to post. I got to keep a notepad down. So here's the secondary low. This is the low that comes off. This is Arthur's long gone. But that's pretty massive wins. So Arthur is a teaser for later in the week. This is the bigger story, actually. That name cracks me up. Hopefully it doesn't pan out because there's going to be a lot of people pissed off about the forecast. Here's the GFS. Yeah, but anyway, late week, big old broad low pressure system. Look at that. So these winds are even going to make it down into Florida. Look at that. Crazy. So this is not even Arthur. So we're gonna have a big weather maker. I mean, I've been showing it. It just looking at it now. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Look at that. We're gonna have some big winds here in the Northeast. So definitely nor'easter type of feel. That's crazy. That'll bring surge. That's gonna be a coastal event for sure. We got to worry about on the Northeast. I don't even know if the surge maps go out that far. Let's take a look. Storm surge map. I have two of them. This one. So let's go in time. I don't know. Let's see. There's some of the surge. Let's look by day. How do I change the day on this thing? Day. Oh, there's day. We can go. Oh, it doesn't go out that far. What's the date today? 15th. So this is one of our surge maps that we use. God, I wish I knew if that was. Oh, it doesn't give you a timestamp, but there's 6 foot plus surge into parts of the Northeast here, and that's obviously got to be linked to that. Which I don't have to zoom in. I'm going to say. Click on map to show time series. No location available. Oh, there we go. Oh yeah, May 19th. Look at that. Oh, there you go. Cool, man. Hey, look, I learned something new with you guys. 500 of y'all left. Look at that. All right. So this is interesting. This is May 20th. And, that's almost 6.5 foot above normal. That would be next week, Wednesday. Makes sense, right? That's what we just showed. So it could be a big flooding deal up here in the north we got to watch. Interesting. Hey, Jim. Yeah, you're from New York, right? Long Island Sound. Now I sound professional. So we've got a lot of weather to talk about. Oh, my God. Brevard County? Yeah, you're going to get, it's going to slowly make its way north along the East Coast through tomorrow morning. So, yeah, we're going to get bands of rains and heavy wind along the East Coast, Florida. Nassau, yes, you are getting a lot of rain, Christoph. It's just a big old blobby mess down there right now. And I think I think by tonight, and probably definitely got rain through tonight in the early morning, but this thing will start to tighten up and pull away all that moisture from southern Bahamas, at least middle Bahamas. PBC, not much. Coastal Carolina, Ryan, yep, there's a good chance you're going to get at least some wind and waves, definitely Sunday night into Monday, maybe some bands of Arthur, depending on how close Arthur is. I can't believe the NAM model is showing what it's showing. We'll show it to you. But the NAM is went crazy on development here, but it's always a little crazy. But just for giggles. So the NAM has it strengthened to 974, which it's definitely the outlier. But if for some reason that were to happen, obviously the Carolinas would get a lot more action. This is Sunday night into Monday, so probably a goofball run. See, there's a little more realistic 995. So, but depending on how close it gets, it's a race. If it, there's a chance the Carolinas could get some surprise outer bands. But the bigger story is coming later in the week. I'm telling you. Bigger stories later in the week when we have this cutoff low right here, like a nor'easter right here, and it's going to bring some big winds and rains across the whole eastern seaboard. So there you go. Hey Cindy, yeah, I'll pop her back online. Yeah, Punta Gorda. Listen, West Coast, Florida, fishing off Pinellas. Donna, I'd go. Might be a little windy tomorrow, but Saturday night and Sunday, the winds are going to be way less. They're definitely strong now. We got a strong east wind, but things start to letting up. Tomorrow, definitely tomorrow afternoon, things start to turn. You can see the overall flow here taking shape, and then of course Sunday, very light winds, very light, almost non-existent. So Sunday will be a beautiful day in the neighborhood. Yeah, Vanessa, raining in Homestead. Check it out. So a lot of y'all were mad about the busted forecast, so hopefully this makes up for it. And again, we got dry air dominating here. You can kind of see it on this map. It's a little too far away, but you can still see it. So there's dry air on Florida's west coast, and this is unfortunately going to choke some of those rains from getting too juicy. Some of them will make their way across, but unfortunately the heaviest rain will be middle state eastward. Some will trickle their way over today. So, cool. Holy cow, Kathleen. All right, y'all be good. Hey, Bob Oliver, what's up? Jennifer, trying to read everything. My coffee's cold. That's when I know I've been on too long and I couldn't find my Louis cup today, so I had to resort back to princesses. I guess I'm a little princess. Yeah, all right, well. Jonathan, yep, that dry air. Well, that dry air indicates a lot of shear too. A lot of wind shear in the upper atmosphere right now. That helps kind of spin it. We showed yesterday we had strong east winds, and we had strong. So but we didn't see this yesterday. We didn't see any sort of any signs of spinach. Yeah, Jenna, you're going to need sprinklers the next few days, no doubt. But so we're definitely seeing a little rotation. According to this, hasn't steered us wrong too much. It's appearing that it's trying to form here, but we do have that secondary spinach between Bahamas and Florida. So there, until one becomes dominant, but so far the dominant one seems like it's below the Keys, right around here. So anyway, hey, we're all learning together. Rob, I'd run out and get 50 gallons of water and toilet paper and buy that generator, man. Actually, the Northeast, we got Texas getting big rains tomorrow. We got the blob moving back into Louisiana. We got a weird land king spinner coming across. No one knows where it's going. Midweek, Tuesday, Wednesday, we got a big low pressure coming in off of middle U.S. middle week next week, and going to bring a lot of wind and rains and possible flooding to the Northeast. So there you go. And my mom just messaged me. Mom's doing good. Oh yeah, she's talking about something. I made a bad mistake and posted on a news site something. I don't know what the hell I was posting. Anyway, I got spammed with some hate mail because they didn't agree with me. It's cool to not agree, right? All right. Well, all good in the world. We'll be tracking this. I got a lot of things to update. A lot of interesting stuff coming. A lot of weather for everybody, for sure. Not just Arthur. George is probably the only one not getting any love. So, BJ as TP. I'm down with TP. Or what's that song? All right. Well, hey, thanks again, everybody, for supporting the page and all that good stuff. Make sure you get your Drunk Donkey shirts for the season. Wear them proudly around town and all that good stuff. If anything, it's a conversational piece, right? I've been known to stream live a little drunk, as we all do. So, all right, be good. Hey, thanks again. I'll be updating all day. So, we'll see you tomorrow morning. Be good. Have a great Friday. Bye bye.